Big news of the day. And to me, there were only two options for Mike Tomlin.
Okay.
To get fired or step down. They lose. You said that they wouldn't win. You called it right. Do you hear that? It's on tape.
I don't even know who you
I just
are
said
right
you
now.
called it right.
See,
you
and I
got
can't
it
even
right.
record it with my phone. I don't have my phone
No,
next
you
to
don't need
me.
your phone. You
Elijah, get this for me.
You got it right. Okay,
Yeah.
so you called it.
Yeah.
They didn't win, and there was no choice really. Because
why you say that?
Because 19 years is a long time, and I just think you need to change the voice. That's all. It's not that he can't coach or he can't go somewhere else. I'm serious. 19 years as a football coach is a very, very long, especially you get that in college where guys stick around forever, but 19 years as a head coach in the NFL is an eternity, seriously. And it had just gotten stale there. They haven't won a playoff game. They've lost 7 straight now. They just had a lot. They can't get over that hump, and it was time. So I wasn't surprised when I heard the news because they don't fire anybody. So I'm not shocked. Am I right? They don't fire anybody. Everybody was left on their own or stepped down. It's a family-owned business. It ain't a corporation. It's not cold. It's warm and fuzzy in Pittsburgh. That's why they've had 3 coaches in 60 years.
Yep.
That's just how they operate, and I get it. But they knew it was time. You knew it was time. We even had that conversation not too long ago. That was up on social. If you go back and look at one of our shows, we talk about it. And I said, other than winning the Super Bowl, I would be ready to move off, even if he won a playoff game. I said that because it's too long. So I'm not surprised. Where are you?
No, not surprised. And honestly, when you and I, this is what we do. We're the odd couple, so we have subjects and conversations and topics that we beef on or disagree on, and a handful of them will carry all around until the final thing happens. I say the Lions are making the playoffs. You say they're not. We got to obviously wait till it happens. I said in the offseason, I didn't like them waiting on Aaron Rodgers. We have to wait to see and waiting on that. And the reason why I didn't like it was I didn't like Mike Tomlin pairing himself with that in the organization where, and it wasn't that Aaron Rodgers was bad. It's like asking LeBron to do stuff he can't do now. LeBron ain't playing the best defense in the world. Well, he's 42, 41 years old. He's not going to be the best defender. And asking Aaron Rodgers to save a franchise, to me, was unrealistic. And that's what they were looking for. They wanted to turn some things around, win playoff games, and be competitive again in that regard. And I just never saw how that was going to be feasible with this team, the way they're comprised. They're not offensively inclined.
But they did win the division. I think you're being a little bit but your expectation, just be honest.
Yes.
Was that they weren't going to win a division. They weren't going to win 10 games. You didn't believe in any of that. Could you say that?
Yes. No,
Did you think?
But here's
that's all I'm saying.
I'm really going to answer
okay.
it. I always kept saying they would be the exact same. That's verbatim what I was saying.
But they weren't the same.
They were 10-7. They were 10-7 last year.
What was Aaron Rodgers' record with them? He didn't play every game.
I know the Pittsburgh Steelers were 10-7. Russell Wilson didn't play every game.
He didn't play every game. No. And the other one is they lost their last 5 to start to end the season.
But I'm saying
it wasn't the same season.
Rob, that wasn't the point. The point wasn't, well, let's just win a few at the end. No, the point was win in the postseason. And they looked horrible in the postseason, and they have for years now with him.
They
6 games in a row, Rob.
They went to Detroit.
From the Fox.
They went to Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm just trying.
Rob, this is the postseason.
No. But I'm just trying to say you can't. When you say that, they went to Detroit in a must-have game.
I don't care. I genuinely don't. Their goal was to win a game in the postseason, which is bad to me that you're so desperate just to win one.
It's not.
Don't you want to make
anything?
Look at the Patriots.
I wanted to keep this on Mike Tomlin.
Yeah,
I want to keep it on Mike Tomlin.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
he chose to pair himself. They made it a bromance, right? They're all in. And to me, I'm saying, don't you see that you all are offensively deficient? You guys don't run a good offense. This is prior to Aaron Rodgers. It was last. They're struggling offensively. That's what they haven't been for years. They struggled at the position. And I think Mike Tomlin, there's no way, I don't care what job you get, that you get 19 guaranteed years. That's impressive. That's remarkable. And that's nothing to be ashamed of. And it's okay to move on.
When you think of Mike Tomlin, what do you think of? I'm just curious.
I think of
what do you think?
A leader of men. Like if you're just saying, what's the word association? Mike Tomlin, I'm going to go leader of men. That's the first thing I think of. He's a leader of men. Men buy into him, the system,
so
the
you don't
culture.
think of him as a great coach, right?
Leader of men.
No. Like one thing. You just got to give me one.
Leader of men.
Okay,
great leader of men. Meaning if you have a franchise.
Not a great coach.
Yes, but I'm saying that's leader of men.
Leader of men is here, leading, right? And then I'm talking about coaching.
Then ask me that. If you ask me the first thing I think of,
yeah.
I think of a great leader of men.
But I'm just saying, but that's not.
I think
like
Mike Tomlin,
if you talked about Bill Belichick, you might say great coach. Or somebody like that, you wouldn't say leader of men. You'd say he's a great coach.
But
I'll
tell you why that's important.
I'm just saying.
Because there's some X's and O
difference.
coaches that won't transfer if you want a culture builder. He is a culture builder. He's a leader of men.
But
He's a heck of a coach, without a doubt.
Okay.
But it's also time to part ways. 19
No,
years.
no. That's agreement. I don't think anybody's going to come on here.
He's an amazing coach.
And say that's a
to never have a losing season is remarkable. Bill Belichick, arguably the greatest ever, can't have that same
he cheated,
thing.
but that's something else.
But he can't have that on his his title. So to never have a losing season, and even in this one, right? You go out 10-7, you win a division, some circumstances. You win a division, you get a postseason game, you got a
Still
shot,
won
right?
a division.
You got a shot.
You won a division.
But it's time. The voice runs stale to me. The idea that he thought this was going to work, and last week when he won, he was like, yeah, this is what we brought him in for. I didn't get it. Brought him in to be the exact same 10-7 and losing post.
They played well to win the division.
I told you when they won, when they beat Baltimore,
but
they
won the division.
They drew the work. They were better off drawing the Bills.
Okay, you got that, but I'm just saying they still won
a
the division.
Matchup,
all right,
because that's who can get it. Aaron Rodgers. That type of team is what made it problematic for the Steelers.
And everything I talked about too, and their defense obviously played well. My biggest question mark with Houston came true. Is that C.J. Stroud he didn't want
Wagner didn't want to win the game.
Okay, and that's what going forward if you're Houston. I saw all the fans from the Texans who are sick because they know they have a defense and they're looking at that going, we got away with this with Pittsburgh.
They did.
Okay, I don't know the next team or the next game we're going to be able to do that. If we fumble the
like
ball 5 times and throw 2 picks and you wind up winning a runaway.
No.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. And the question I really want people to call up with, whether you're a Steelers fan or not, do you say good luck to Mike Tomlin?
Yes.
Or good riddance?
Oh, absolutely good luck.
Good luck?
Good luck.
Or good riddance? And I think if you're a Pittsburgh fan, it should be good riddance because 19 years, and he won early and went to 2 Super Bowls, but it has really been, if you're honest with yourself, disappointing and underachieving for many years. And that's why I say good riddance if I were a Steelers fan.
But that's why I said the last few times we talked about, I said he was thriving on mediocrity lately.
Right, and that's why I'm saying good riddance.
But I also don't think good riddance to me is like he's given it his all. He committed to the team and the franchise. So I can't look at it as a good riddance. It's just that time.
877-99 on Fox. You with Kelvin saying what? Good luck? Or you with me and saying good riddance?
All right, Rob, so they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts, and while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.